How'd you not know?
It's fine.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Hustle and Horsepower YouTube channel, where the talkers talk and the doers do. If you haven't yet, go check out Tuesday's video, where we tossed Straight Gangster and this home-built motor up on the rollers over at Carolina Performance down in North Carolina. After that, we headed to Farmington Dragway for a couple test hits. Saturdays didn't work out too well since there was a major oil down. But Sunday, we got a little bit of testing in, and Straight Gangster is looking to be a hot rod. So guys, to my knowledge, a 120 flat 60 foot at Farmington on a normal testing tune is a pretty good 60 foot. But in the small tire stuff, we need to run with the cream of the crop. So I don't want to say it this way because it's not negative or this or that, but to be a top tier car in the small tire no prep world, you should be able to go to, you have to be able to go to basically any testing tune and be one of the fastest cars on the property. So you can't just go and be a mediocre car at any track's local testing tune. When you show up to a facility, well, you're racing off the trailer and stuff like that, you gotta be able to go out there and run with the locals. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Well guys, it's about 7:15 in the morning. I got my hot tea made. I was gonna make some peanut butter toast, but the bread that I just bought the other night, it has some mold on it. I guess I wasn't paying attention when I bought it, right? But loaded up, I am headed to Farmington Dragway. The car was on par to make 2,000 horsepower, made just a little bit shy of that, so that's not bad for a little that little home-built motor that I threw together in the Hustle and Horsepower build series there of assembling that big block Chevy. Conventional headed deal. It is right around 500 cubic inches, and I'm just giving the truck and trailer a quick walk around, making sure everything is good to go before we head out here. But we were here at Carolina Performance. This video is probably going to be two parts here. Probably do the dyno video
at the next stop sign. Turn left.
This one here, but
proceed
I got the
to the
GoPros
route.
charged up last night, and we got here at Carolina Performance. I appreciate it, guys. They let me jump on the dyno and play around a little bit and get this thing ironed out. I wanted to make sure I had it on the dyno and figured out, really figured out stuff. Got the baseline of the fuel system right. I don't really work on timing much on the dyno because there's some different factors and stuff like that when you start getting to more faster stuff, more than street strip type stuff. So yeah, we're gonna get over here and we're gonna head to Farmington Dragway. They have a $10 entry fee and $10 test and tune today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. So I don't know, there's a good chance that we will see all-time personal best. The homegrown Hustler was a fast car. It went bigger mile an hour than what we've gone so far in Straight Gangster, but we made a bit of more power than we have ever before. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna stop at Walmart first and get myself a phone case and maybe a couple little things here, and see if they have my my chocolate covered pretzels that I love. I do have half a bin left, but guys, see you guys soon. Hey, Wilkesboro Walmart, you don't know what you're missing. I got me my Zachary pretzels. That should get us probably all the way through maybe Yellow Belly. That might be helpful. But guys, it is testing at Farmington today, and yeah, testing at Farmington probably today and tomorrow. I'll probably run over to Flying Hammer, maybe do a couple little things to the car that I want to do, just some auxiliary pieces to the car that I want to make modifiable for when we have to go fast with this sucker. We might try to go fast today, but I'll probably start off with the big wing off the car, just to test it, and then let's see here. Then it's probably Georgia next weekend, possibly, and then I'd like to make it out to Conquer the Concrete. That is like Gulfport, Mississippi, the week after that for Conquer the Coast. No, something on the coast. And then the week after that, or 2 weeks after that, is Conquer the Concrete out in Oklahoma. Then it's Yellow Belly Small Tire Gangsters, April 13th and 14th, 12th, 13th, 14th. And then it's Kentucky for the race at Lake Cumberland Dragway. That is the April 19th and 20th. So those pretzels won't last us that long, but they might last us a couple weeks. So guys, we got Straight Gangster out here at Farmington. We're gonna be doing some a little bit of testing here. We got the Carolina Performance Crew. We got White Marlin. We got Ryan. We're gonna see what happens here. So we did have a small little issue. I think I might have had a bad spark plug or something like that. Number 4 cylinder was a little bit loaded up with fuel. Tested the injector, everything's fine there. They went through a whole series of tests to make sure that everything was good there. But number 4 EGT doesn't work. So I'm gonna put the number 2 EGT and number 4 cylinder just to make sure everything is happy there. Make sure it's on par with the rest of the cylinders. So I do need to replace that EGT before too long. But for right now, we could toss the known number 2 cylinder, EGT probe, and number 4 cylinder, and it'll give us some good accurate reading there, and make sure it's on par with all the rest. As long as it's within 50 degrees of the other 7 EGTs, we'll be in good shape. Are you gonna drive it today? Like we're just warming it up a little bit. Get a little bit of heat in this sucker. So guys, here we are at Farmington. We got the Carolina Performance Crew over here. We're gonna head up there. We're gonna make our first hit. I took the big wing off of it for the first hit on the 4-link setup. I made some changes to instant center length and height and anti-squat percentages and all the rest of that. So I decided to take the wing off of it for the first initial hit. But we're gonna run the small wing as normal, and we're gonna see what it does. We're gonna put a normal, decent front side, second roundish type tune-up in it, and probably run it to the 330 and make sure everything is happy. So track looks decent. It's not good prep. It's not bad prep. It's not prepped. It's just a early year test and tune day. So we're gonna see how this all goes. The motor was pretty healthy yesterday, so hope it all goes well. So guys, first round was kind of unbearable. It was pretty brutal. This is a different Kubergen motor with a lot larger turbo, and I haven't went and tried. We haven't had I haven't spent the time to get the spool rate on the brake yet, so it left pretty dismal there. It left basically what we would leave with on a backside tune-up, and then when the boost started coming around and the RPM started rising up, it tried to make cruise pretty quick. So we didn't have enough momentum, so it knocked the tire off pretty. I don't know, probably 15 feet off. Knocked the tire off. So if we could leave with another 4 or 5 pounds of boost, well then, which is like 5, 6 pounds of boost, 7 pounds of boost with this motor, then we could have enough pressure on the tire to hold that tire consistent to get us through that area. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I raised the RPM up a couple hundred up, 250 RPM. And I'm going to open up the dump valve and see if that lets the sucker spill a little bit quicker. Well guys, here we are at Flying Hammer. I'm supposed to be doing a deal here with a fellow YouTuber, and this is my good, believe it or not, JD Square tubing bender. It's been sitting underneath this awning, this cover here, for a while. So I picked this up for $125 off of Craigslist, Marketplace I think it was, and we tossed it in the back of the school bus for a while. But when we sold the toter home, we had to start using the school bus, so we took it out of there. And this sucker is heavy, so we didn't transport it around. So I just covered it up, sprayed it down with some WD-40, and put a tote over the top of it so it wouldn't get overly rusty. And the dye's still in pretty good shape and everything like that. I'll clean it up with some sandpaper and stuff like that. But this setup here is a little bit newer model than the one that I got from my good buddy, Big Donnie. Donnie upgraded his tubing bender a little bit, so I got his hand-me-down. So between his hand-me-down and this one here, we're going to get ourselves a pretty good little bender that we can have in the trailer. I picked up a hydraulic lift and stuff like that. I'll go over that a little bit. But I only slept about 3 hours last night. Racing didn't go well today. Racing went pretty poor today, I guess you could say. We made good power on the dyno. We come out here, and it just didn't spool up overly happy. I'm going to have to play around with the timing and fuel a little bit to get this thing to light off with these larger exhaust turbines on it, with the larger turbos. So, but yeah, we only made one 60-foot hit. That wasn't great. And then some guy oiled down the whole length of the track. So this test I'm doing that was supposed to be 5 hours long, lasted probably about an hour and a half. So yeah, I drove the hour and a half here to my friend's place at Lincolnton, where I'm storing some stuff in his back 40. And I'm going to get these pieces here so I can go through and get that cleaned up. So I have an 1.5 inch die, and I have an 1 5/8 inch die, and I have the little bit better, one model newer tubing bender to have in the trailer. So guys, here we are at the spool bus. Boom, 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 boom. And there's no damn seat in it. Why is there no seat in it? Because Patty and Jake, Maddie's very good friends, hooked us up with this Kenworth seat. Well, this Kenworth seat, of course, it doesn't really fit in the school bus. And we're not really driving the school bus much anymore. So I'm going to steal this seat back out of it. And I think I'll put this in the driver's seat. It's got all the controls. And I think it's going to make it a whole lot easier when I'm driving and stuff like that. A smoother seat. I could adjust the height a little bit more. I could slide back and forth a little bit easier. So since racing got canceled today, I'm going to do the best out of my time here. And I think we're going to toss this seat in the wagon. And maybe tomorrow morning before the racing starts, I'll go and put this thing in the truck and have a little bit more comfy ride in this thing. But yeah, here's the school bus. We're going to get back after it, see how this all plays out. So for the young kids out there, here's a little pro tip for you. See how this sucker can't get on there? Because it's a shallow socket. If you take the socket off, slide it on there first. Now, even though it won't lock in on the gitch there, you can still use it to break it free. So, after I was looking at this sucker a little bit, this might be enough width to do my little front chin spoiler for straight gangster. This piece right here might just be the right width to get it in there. We'll find out here shortly. Well, guys, it's, what is it? It is, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 11:30 at night. And arrival time, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Back to Farmington Dragway. And I'm hoping we can get some real testing in tomorrow. Get some solid passes. Get this thing to 60 foot pretty good. Get it to make some power and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna have to put a heating element in the transmission pan, but we got a lot of good stuff picked up here. So I picked up some spare valves and stuff like that for my trick flow heads. The tubing bender that you guys saw. What else? Bunch of junk. And I'll show you. I went and used a shop at Flying Hammer. Appreciate those guys. They got an open door policy there, basically. And so I appreciate that. And went and modified the front splitter, I guess you could say. Modified that a little bit so that I could adjust it on the slides. I need to add a little box in there because I'm going to make it so I can add weight in there. but I just didn't have the material to do that. So that doesn't have to happen today. I'll do it eventually. I might even bring it up to New York with me. I got a couple doctor's appointments up there this week, so maybe I could, I don't know, borrow Donnie's welder or something like that and buzz that together up in New York. So yeah, we got even got the seat out of the school bus, and if I'm feeling ambitious and someone strong wants to lift the seat into the truck tomorrow morning, that's gonna make it a whole lot easier on me. Make the ride a lot smoother with the nice air ride seat with the lumbar support and everything else. Car rides aren't too bad. The Toter doesn't ride bad, but a comfortable seat's gonna make the world of difference. And it's got dual armrests on it, so it'll help. Kind of helps take some of the pressure off my abdomen area, and that's kind of important, I guess you could say. So yeah, we're gonna go and see. Hopefully, we get some good testing in tomorrow, and I guess we'll just see how the cards play out. But I'm hoping that we could at least get 1 or 2 real passes in, at least to the 330, and see how this thing plays out. Well, guys, last night it was about 35 degrees out. I got back about, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning. Made myself a couple chocolate chip sandwiches, and yeah, it was cold last night. I had the heater on. I broke down. I ran the generator all night. Actually ran out of fuel, the one on the Toter home, but it is a gas generator on there. I do have an Onan diesel generator that I bought from down in Kentucky, and the guys from Team Meatball Racing here on YouTube, they picked it up for me and delivered it to Decker Boys Raceway. That's when we had the prison bus, but I still have that generator, and I'd like to put it in the Toter home here so that I could hook it up to the main fuel tanks on the truck. But ran out last night, and I was a little bit chilly this morning when I woke up. But it is what it is. I got my hot tea brewing. I got the heater going on in the car. Like I said, it was 36 degrees last night, so it was chilly. So the car is cold. So I got the oil heater on there, and I'm also monitoring the trash can heater. I want to buy one of those diesel heaters here, and because with these things you got to pay attention to it 24/7. I do have 3 fire extinguishers in here, and yeah, if I have to go to the bathroom or something like that, I shut the thing off. So I'm monitoring that real tightly. It's you gotta make sure you're good. So yeah, I'm trying to get the trailer in here fairly warm. We're gonna have to go and play with the probably put a little heater on the transmission also before we go and make our first pass. Get that a little bit warmer than we did yesterday, so it helps it spool up a little bit. I'm gonna leave with a little bit more RPM for the first test today, and hope all goes well. So time to go grab my honey, my sugar, and a tea bag, and maybe even some oatmeal. We'll get after it. Well, guys, here we are at Farmington Dragway for day 2, but not really. It's essentially day 1 of testing here. We're gonna go up for our second hit. First hit yesterday was pretty lackluster, I guess you could say. Let me change. So it was in cinematic mode. I was blurring out the rest of the guys here. So guys, here we are. Day 2 of testing essentially, but first round, the training was still a little bit cold, not dangerous cold, but it didn't want to build boost and stuff like that when we launched. So we're gonna go out here. I'm gonna put I raised the RPM up 250 RPM, same shock setting, same everything, and we're gonna go see what happens here. Hopefully it gets it to the 60 foot pretty good, and hopefully it runs clean to the 330. It's still pretty early in testing since they've only ran this once or twice so far this year. Yeah. Only a couple times this year, so the track's still not great, but a little bit better track prep would be ideal for ironing out this new combo, but we'll see what it does here. No high hopes, but it should run pretty good to the 330 if it gets done. So guys, I just went, before the first hit on this car, I did put a little bit of preload in the suspension. Not really preload. As you guys know that I just did the 4-link setup on this car and we never made a hit in it. So I just took the slack out of the bar because the car will generally want to drive right. So I just took the slack out of the bar. I got to put it back to its complete neutral point with 0 preload in it because it did drive a little bit to the left, but it did go, I'm not much of a grudge race. It went a 120 flat, 60 foot on the first hit ever. And it went a 324 to the 330 on the first hit, and like pretty soft and like just like bragging for it. Yeah, it went a 509 at 112 miles an hour if I stayed into it, but that wasn't the plans. But I was like, you know what, that feels so freaking smooth and so good. I was like, you know what, this might be like, that might have been like a 127, 128, 60 foot because it felt so freaking smooth in there. And I looked at the VPS. I drove right past the ET shack, looked at the VPS, and I was like, huh. I was like, I gotta go up there and go grab my thing. And sure enough, it was within a couple hundred. So we got Ryan behind the camera out here. He's helping out and stuff like that today. He's local with, I met you at Wilkesboro, right?
Yeah.
Wilkesboro-ish. And he's a pretty good crew guy. We got Trevor here. We got Robbie and a couple other people floating around here somewhere. But yeah, so with the 4-link setup, the guys I just recently did the 4-link setup on this car so that we could run these faster surfaces and have a little bit more adjustability. I'm not 100% sure on, we're out here, we just went a 120 flat 60 foot on the clocks to the 60 foot with the, what I came out here with bar changes, what I felt was about right for this car. We do have adjustability there, but we're not making any changes to the actual height of the bars, it's the center length or height, but we are going to adjust the upper right bar. So the passenger top bar, we're going to lengthen it a little bit because the car drove left. If the car drove right, like it normally, like what a car will normally do right off the trailer, if you set up neutral, a car with good power, the car's going to drive right a little bit. So I shortened up that, just took the slack out of the bar on the short side of it, so it would, if anything, it would go left. Okay, so we made a solo run in the right hand lane, knowing that if the car's going to go anything, it's going to drift to the left a little bit. Now it wasn't bad. We still went 120, 60 foot, 320 to 330, but it was driving to the left out there. So we're going to lengthen the upper right bar just a hair bit. We're going to take the slack back out of it, or put the slack back in it, and we'll go make another hit. And hopefully this goes right down Main Street, and we'll play with things just a little bit. So lengthen the upper right bar to making the car go right. Shorten that upper bar shorten the bar to make the car go left. So that's the basics of 4-link adjustment right there. You can get a whole lot more technical with it, but for you guys that are doing this stuff at home that don't have the full understanding of it, set the car up neutral, take a little bit of slack out of it, and you can go adjust that upper right bar only if your rear steer and everything else is right. So you'll get back under it and crawl under here and set that so we can go make another hit. I know I need to lengthen this bar. So we're gonna leave these nuts snug, okay? We're gonna leave these nuts snug, and when I get this car set up right, okay, I did it already on the driver's side bar, and I went through with a file and I took the paint or powder coat off of it, so I know that where that bar is supposed to be, and all the time, okay? So we're gonna go and put this car, once this car goes straight, I'm gonna file a mark on the upper right bar, the bar that we adjust on a 4-link setup, so that I know where our neutral point is. If the car starts going left or something like that, we need to start putting flats in it. Generally speaking, you have an issue with the chassis, the rollout on the tires is different, or sometimes when you really start putting more power to the car's going to want to start driving right. But the way I built this chassis is fairly stiff, and we're not aiming for, like, you know, 1060 foots with the no prep stuff that we do. We are up here for test 3. Test 2, it went a 124 60 foot. It slowed down a little bit to the 60 foot. It was hazing the tire out there a little bit. These tires do have like 29 hits on them right now, so that's definitely not ideal. But we're gonna go out here. I made a little change. We're gonna try to. We still got the old tires on it with the old wheels. We don't have the RC comps on it right now. The normal wheels that we run. but they are both the same width and stuff like that. So that information, that data is the same. So we're going out here, make another hit. Hopefully, hopefully it goes back to that 120, and if we can, I'd like to see a 3-teen to the 330, and that'll give us a good foundation to start working off of. Guys, this is probably gonna be the last hit of today. This is our 4th test here. We came off the trailer, went a 120, then a 124, then a 126, and the last hit it was about to get good, and then it spit the tire-ish, maybe. I don't know. So we're gonna come out here, guys. We made a couple little changes. I gave it a half a pound of tire pressure because it's wound up the tire pretty hard there. I tightened up the rebound 2 clicks, which is a little bit. We're testing, right? We're not racing. I usually don't go make big jumps like that. Not saying it's a big jump, but these are some pretty tight shocks on this car. So I tightened up the rear rebound 2 clicks, and we're gonna see if we can get after it here. If all goes well, it should go like a 118. I'll tell you, I mean, for a 118, somewhere in like 315, 318 range to the 330. And if it does that, I might just run this sucker out the back and see how fast we can go. Well, guys, unfortunately, it is 4:30. Test and tuna ends at 5. So I was kind of hoping that we might be able to get 2 more hits in, but this is going to be the last hit. I really should have probably put the RC comps on here with the tires that don't have 30 hits on them for this pass, so we could have ran it out the back. But there's a chance Straight Gangster might do what it can do and still be able to back half and back split like it has with these tires. But these tires, they're fine for like a normal car, but we're really rolling close to this thing at about 300 feet, like try to go fast, or like aiming for like 165, 170-ish on a really marginal testing tool. Like there's a couple cars that are like mid 5-second cars here. There's some dragsters here. There's some other cars here, and a couple like lightweight 2 chassis top sportsman type style cars here that are, you know, probably not as fast as Straight Gangster. That sounds bad a little bit, but what I'm saying is there's not a whole lot of the track's just not getting the heat in it like it does, and even a small tire no prep race, like usually the 60-foot 330 gets halfway decent with when you get the quality of cars, you know, 30 car fields, 40 car fields and stuff like that, where you get a lot of good power cars going down there in the same groove. But we'll see what Straight Gangsters could do here. If I could pick it up a couple hundreds in the 60-foot, it should roll pretty good. Well, guys, if I hurry up, I won't be the last one here at the track. We have one other trailer here, so I'm gonna hurry up and make myself a sandwich, peanut butter and chocolate chip sandwich. Then I'm headed to Gentry and Sons, go visit Tim Gentry. I actually might not even visit him. I might not even see him. But I'm gonna drop the truck and trailer off over at Gentry and Sons Trucking, and maybe, just maybe, we'll race Georgia next week. So we'll see how this all goes. The truck was going to make big power today, but I think we might just go try our hand at that $10,000 down in Georgia next weekend. It's only an hour away from his place, and a 4.5-hour ride tonight. Then I got to get back up to New York sometime tomorrow afternoon for a couple doctor's appointments. So let's see how this all plays out. Well, guys, I'm between Knoxville and Crossville right now. It's about 12:30 in the morning. I'm still a little ways away from where we need to drop the truck and trailer off, unload the daily, and head back north. I'm probably going to stop at Lonnie's Extreme Automatics. He does all my transmission work. He's one of the best out there that does that type of stuff. So might go up there. He's got a little bit of information for me, a couple of things he wants to show me, so I might go up there. Guys, this car's got a lot of potential, and if I can keep it happy, if I can afford to keep tires in this freaking thing and run this car, I think it's got a pretty good chance to do pretty well here in 2024. But racing's a top priority, but it's not the top priority. You know what I mean? I still have Smiley to take care of and everything else, right? So I'm hopeful for 2024. We got a car that's going to be able to swing with a lot of these guys. I just got to put the pieces together and try to keep everything healthy. So let's see how this all plays out. Probably go jump in the daily, drive for a couple hours. It's 10 hours back to New York. for my doctor's appointment on Tuesday, but I got to do all the prep work and everything like that, so I got to be up there Monday afternoon. So nap for a few hours, then go visit Lonnie in Cincinnati, and then finish off the drive tomorrow. Well, guys, does anything look familiar around here? So I stopped over at Gentry & Sons. We're going to ditch the truck and trailer here today. Tonight, I got to run back. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I got to go park this thing back in there, and then we're going to go, I got to run up to New York for my doctor's appointments. But I'll probably be back down here Thursday, and I think we're going to race together on Saturday down in Georgia. So, spoiler alert, we might be doing something together here in the near future. But yeah, for right now, I'm going to go park this thing, either take a nap or get a couple hours in, and then take a nap. Because, yeah, I'm tired. Been a couple long nights. So, go put this thing in that hole right there. Let it hit the road. Well, guys, you can't make this stuff up. Hi. It is literally like 1:43 in the morning, right? I'm on top of the motorhome. I was getting ready to get in the car, go to the bathroom. And as I look up, I realize there's a crack in the vent. Don't ask me how that happened. I was like, crap. I got to go find my caulk gun and some caulk in the trailer. So I go through the whole freaking trailer, destroy the trailer. So if Tim goes and looks in the trailer, he's going to be like, this place is a freaking mess. And yeah, it's kind of a mess all the time, but like, it's a mess in there right now. An organized mess, but a mess nonetheless. I get my caulk. And this damn thing has the covers on it. And I know that because I've been up here like multiple times. But I guess just is what it is. I'm going to go put this back. But a good thing I never cut it open or nothing like that. Didn't waste a whole tube of caulk. But the damn thing cracked. It's got this little crack in it. Doesn't leak though. Can't leak. We're in good shape. So guys, as I was going to the bathroom, I saw that crack right there. I was like, oh my goodness, I got to go fix this thing. So, yeah, 20 minutes going through the trailer to get my caulk gun and caulk, and doesn't even need it. Well, guys, time to hit the road. It is, what time is it? Tailgate's open. 2 o'clock in the morning. Get in that road. Got a couple peanut butter chocolate chip sandwiches sitting there. And, yeah. I close the tailgate. Grab some tires, stuff like that for the Dirty 30. Got a transmission cooler and stuff like that for the Dirty 30 sitting in the back. Some springs. Got my suitcase. We're not going to show you the passenger seat. It's a mess over there. But, towards there, we'll come back and visit Tim Gentry and Gentry & Sons Trucking here shortly. But for right now, I'm going to go probably try to knock a couple hours down and then go get a nap in. Well, guys, I can't say I drove all night. The cop actually woke me. Well, guys, I can't say I drove all night. A cop actually came and woke me up this morning. But, yeah, we're gonna go here, hang out with Lonnie a little bit. See the guys? How's it going?
What's up,
and,
bro?
I'm going to get a little bit of information from Lonnie here so we could pick this sucker up. How you doing?
What's up with you, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. Did a little bit of testing in Farmington yesterday.
Did you?
I lifted at 3.6 and I went a 508. So, not too bad. Sucker's going to roll soon.
Yeah, she's moving.
Well, guys, it is 9 o'clock at night, and I got to go do my prep work for my examination in the morning. I got to go do some special imaging and stuff like that for my Crohn's disease and stuff like that. So, we're going to go over there, do all the prep work. That's going to be exciting. Probably not going to get much sleep tonight either, but hey, it is what it is. Got to visit Grandma. I'm freaking tired, and I need to start doing my prep work. I'm running a little bit behind, but I got to spend some good time with my grandma, and yeah, so time to go jump in the shower and wrap this trip up. Well, guys, Smiley was like, "Hey, Dad, can we take a break? Go for a tractor ride?" So here we are, going for a tractor ride. Woo-woo! You having fun? Let's go. You should be driving. Put your hands on the wheel.